And Sportsnet also planning on honoring women on International Women's Day. Come Sunday, it will be a Canadian celebration indeed. An all-female broadcast team calling the game. It's girl power on this Friday morning.
We are so excited to have Christine Simpson from Sportsnet with us this morning. There she is, and here she is. Good morning, beautiful as ever.
Good to see you, my
Good to see you, too. First things first, you knew the name of these flowers from Gateau Flowers. Shout out, it is the
mimosa,
which many women enjoy this Sunday for brunch, celebrating Women's Day.
And the reason for the mimosas?
It is the official flower of International Women's Day.
Indeed.
So thank you, Gateau Flowers, for thinking of that.
Yes, thank you to Gateau Flowers.
Very appropriate.
Let's talk hockey.
Yes.
Sure.
This Sunday, you're doing something unprecedented with a bunch of incredible women.
Yeah, you know, it's so exciting that we're actually bringing a whole bunch of women together to do an all-female broadcast of the Calgary Flames game. They'll take on the Vegas Golden Knights. And what I love about it, it isn't just myself, Cassie Campbell-Pascal as our color analyst, and Leah Hextall doing play-by-play, but it's behind the scenes as well. The women in our truck, Maria Skinner is our producer, Don Landis is our director, and the vast majority of the production team behind the scenes will be women. So it's a pretty cool way to celebrate International Women's Day.
And what I love about this, it's not like you're just being brought in for the day. You guys all are veterans here.
Well, and that's the fun thing. Like, oh, it's so gimmicky. You're just throwing these women out there to put, it's like, I've done a couple of hundred NHL games over the years. Cassie Campbell-Pascal is a fantastic analyst who does a lot of our Calgary Flames games. Anyway, it's
maybe
just
a medal or two with her.
Yeah, like you might have heard of her. Yeah, she's not a bad hockey player in her day. But we're just being brought together to do the same game. And for Leah Hextall, she's been fantastic doing play-by-play of a lot of our women's broadcasts. This will be her first time calling an NHL game, so I'm really excited for her that she gets that opportunity.
You are sisters in broadcast solidarity, coming together with so much experience. You have been with Sportsnet since its inception, and what year was it?
It was 1998.
22 years ago.
It's hard to believe.
You don't age, first of all. What's your secret?
Thank you. Right back
Number
at you.
one.
Well, I don't get up at like 4:30 in the morning every day to do this. I don't know how you guys do it.
3:30.
Oh, sorry, sorry.
Yeah, after 22 years, I'm going to look like Baby Yoda. What do you see in terms of a progression and change? Because I'm sure when you started out 22 years ago, it wasn't perhaps as easy, or the opportunities perhaps weren't there as they are today. Maybe you weren't surrounded by as many other females in the industry at the time.
Well, and that's been the biggest thing, is just to see more women doing the job. And, you know, if I helped by having young girls look up and see me doing what I was doing in sports and make them think that they had the opportunity as well, then I'm glad to have been a part of that. But no, I just think it's not just sports and it's not just television. I think women now, young girls grow up knowing I can do anything that I want, but sometimes you have to see that to even start to think about it. And you also need leadership and management that give those opportunities to people. So it's not just the same voices that you hear all the time.
Has it gotten easier for women to get into sports and into broadcasting?
I mean, I think the doors have opened. You still have to obviously work hard, as anybody does. I think there still is a double standard. I think women are looked at differently. If you say a name wrong, if you make a little mistake, it's immediately, oh, well, she doesn't know what she's talking about. Whereas a guy's like, yeah, you know, he just said the wrong thing. So there is a double standard, but hey, that's life, right? Who said it was going to be fair? You just have to work hard. I will say I feel very fortunate. When I started out, social media didn't exist, because we all know haters going to hate. You're going to be judged very harshly, very openly.
Gives voice to people who shouldn't have a voice sometimes.
Exactly. And just my advice to anyone, just ignore the haters. Just focus on doing the best job that you can and enjoy it.
Speaking of, so well said, you are opening up the studio spaces where you notice there is a lack of female representation within the broadcast industry. So how's that going to flush out?
Well, and this is, I think, the wonderful thing. There are some roles where, honestly, we couldn't find women who do those roles, who could be part of our production team. So we have some students coming from SAIT, the Southern Alberta Institute of Technology, who are going to be shadowing some of those positions, young girls, you know, to really get an idea of, hey, is that a role that I might want to do? Because, again, there are opportunities in television like here. So many opportunities in sports the same way. It's not all just in front of the camera. It's behind the camera as well, and we want to encourage women to even just be open to what those opportunities could be.
And that's a lovely thing. I mean, talking behind the scenes is there are a lot of people behind the scenes. Your director will be. Yes. They all are experienced pros in this job.
Absolutely. Dawn Landis, who is our director, has been doing hockey for years. She's done Olympics for years. Maria Skinner, our producer. Gosh, she was my producer. I did Ottawa Senators games with her that she produced back in the early 2000s. Cool. So, yeah, these are women that have been blazing a trail for years.
Have the best time. Beautiful. It will be such an inspiring broadcast. Be sure to tune in to Sportsnet on Sunday. You will see the Vegas Golden Knights face off against the Calgary Flames. And, of course, Tara will be there as well.
So Tara Sloan and Ron McLean will be in Salmon Arm, BC for Rogers Hometown Hockey. So we'll be linked up with them on Sunday night.
Beginning 6:30 p.m.
You got it.
Awesome. You could take a mimosa to go. They're non-alcoholic. Okay.
Perfect. More on BT after the break. Thank